So I'm all jacked up in the power, man. We got a superstar personality in the community here with us tonight, dude. Me and Big Macho Head 84 is going to bring it to you only like the Mega Powers can, man. The most ultimate power in the universe, dude. The mania and the madness, dude. Just coming at you live on these YouTubes, dude. Let me get my main man Macho in here, brother. NWO.
NWO. Macho Madness coming at you with the gold. If you want to hold the gold, you gotta come through Macho. The Wolfpack has arrived. The Mega Power Hour back at you. Macho Head and Biggie Shackamania with a very special guest. We had to bring in the big guns for this edition of the Mega Powers. And the Wolfpack wouldn't be complete without a third member. He goes by the name Big Bad Bueller. Where you at, Big Bueller?
What's going on, everyone? I am the secret third member of the Wolfpack. I am the man. I am the one that sets the bar. I am the one that sets the standard. I am the silent assassin. I'm the guy behind the scenes, and I'm here on Biggie Shack's channel today. To be the man, you gotta be the man, and I am the man. And let's have a good show.
Well done, Bueller. That was awesome.
Okay.
Messed the music up, but we got through it. Good job.
We're here. We're live. It's the Mega Power Show. We got some of the brothers, honorary NWO members in the chat. Let me run through the chat real fast. First up, Comic Smurf Caleb. Always the first through the ropes. Comic Books NYC, Kavi. The man in Gotham City. None other than the Blue Wrench, Sam's Tangled Web. Yeah. JB Discovery Bay Comics, the mean gene of the scene. Definitely NWO member, Haya Lucha Libre, the high-flying luchadore. Chris Barrett. Almost done at work. Hope you wrap up and punch out soon. Yeah. And I hope you got your Saab running. Who else we got in the chat, brother? Because I saw aggressively relaxing the radio station master. The jerky boy himself. He's shouting out the Hulk versus the Thing in Fantastic Four 13. Who do you think wins? Good call. I was looking at the promo for that. That looks exciting. Big Tim, the comic collector, also came through the ropes. Good to see you, sir. And don't let me forget Bake the Snake. With Fabian, as always. Geeks, Drinks, and Comics. Mr. Metarog, the chief of the contests on YouTube. And that rounds out the chat. What a star-studded chat thus far. Biggie Shack.
Yo.
What are you doing this evening, my brother?
Dude, I forgot one thing, man.
What's that? Yeah.
I gotta shoot some potatoes towards my brother, Big Miracle, man, real quick, like.
Oh wow! Right off the bat, huh? He's coming in hot for you, Miracle.
Yeah, man.
You don't want to waste any time.
Let me tell you something, Miracle. You Canadian fake comic book collector. You think you can come at Biggie Shackamania, man? I see you in the chat, Miracle. Dude, I'm coming for you, brother. It's Kirby Mania up in here, man. You get me all riled up. You make me mad, Miracle. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, Miracle, when I get my hands on you, dude? I can't wait, man.
Whoa.
He's had to take care of some business.
Whoa. Mr. Miracle. I'd be scared if I was. I'm glad I'm not facing Biggie Shaq. That was intense. Bueller, I'm happy to see that you're shaded up with us, brother.
I didn't realize it was the dress code, so I got to get mine and put it on there so I fit in.
Bueller always rises to the occasion. Joe 4771 also came through the ropes. Good to see you guys. Mr. Miracle said, he said, "Oh my God, he was gonna take it easy on you, Biggie, but now it's on like Donkey Kong." Perry, stay puff. All right, guys. The matter at hand here this evening on the Mega Power Hour is we're going through. There's certain things that are very trademark to a wrestler. You know, the name, the outfit, the entrance is very key. But there may be no more defining characteristic to a pro wrestler than the finishing moves. And there's lots of great finishing moves out there. And tonight, the Mega Power Hour, we're going to rank our top 5 finishing moves of all time. Any promotion, even though I'm an 80s, 90s head WWF, so I might be a little biased on it. But excuse me. So that's the matter at hand tonight. We're going to be rocking through top 5 finishers, right, boys?
Absolutely, man. I'm looking forward to it.
That's right, Big 84, dude. I think we should do our best to honor our guest, dude, and let Big Bueller go first, man. If that's okay with you, Big 84, dude.
I would love that.
All right, so we're going to start right now, I presume?
Yeah, let's start breaking down these finishers. We're going to start at number 5.
Okay.
Work our way to number 1. Afterwards, maybe we can chop up some honorable mentions, maybe some of our worst, the ones that we don't think are very special. But yeah, let's kick it off with number 5. Bueller, what you got, man?
My number 5 one, and this is really cool because this guy, he started wrestling late in his career, but his finishing move caught fire, and I think his finishing move actually made him popular, and it's the Diamond Cutter by DDP. One of the best finishers. It's pretty much a version of RKO of Randy Orton's. It's pretty much the same thing, but the Diamond Cutter fits him to a T. I can't see a better name for a finisher and a better finisher to go along with that guy. And the way he did his little triangle thing or whatnot, the little symbol and stuff.
Yeah, it was a diamond. Yeah, perfect.
But the Diamond Cutter was always a great move, and it was protected as well. So that way you knew when he hit it, that was the end of the match. There's a lot of finishers out there. They get hit, and the guy gets up type thing, and they hit him 3 times. The Diamond Cutter was one of those. If you got nailed by it, that was it. Lights out.
That's right, Bueller, dude. That's a really good pick, man. I would wait watching DDP, dude, in a match, dude. And once you saw him just stick them hands up, brother, he puts the diamond cutter up, brother, and the crowd pops, man. It's pretty amazing to watch him do that, dude. And he looked up to another guy that may come up, dude. He looked up to Big Jake the Snake, man.
Yeah, DDP was. I always really liked him because didn't he? And it's a good move for him too because it wasn't too intensive. Because didn't he break into WCW, break into wrestling pretty late in life?
He was in his 40s. He was in his 40s when he had his first wrestling match.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
And he really got over. for a guy that just came in the game in his 40s. And I feel like that was a safe move for him. He didn't have to worry about, flipping a guy over his head. It was just easy to execute.
Yeah.
Great gimmick. Yeah, DDP's the man. And talk about having like successful careers after wrestling. DDP is doing great, man, with the yoga and the whole bit. Good for him, man, right?
He's definitely put together. When you get a wrestler, usually their body breaks down when they get to that age and stuff. And with his yoga thing that he's doing, he looks really good. I mean, he's still able to, perform and walk around and do all that stuff after all the damage he's taken over the years. But honestly, that's easily one of my top 5 finishers is the Diamond Cutter.
Nice pick. And man, before I kick it over to whoever's next, Biggie or myself, just want to give a warm welcome to Stone Cold Steve Whiting. Stay Puff. I think I mentioned him already, but don't forget Jaguar. I don't know how to say Jaguar's last part of his name. Zuccotti.
That's good.
Yeah. And Sam I Am Comics. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Hey, big 84. I'm sorry to be a pest, man, but if you could hit me with 90s Gmail in the private chat, brother, I would like to send him a link just in case.
I don't really know what offhand. I know he said he wasn't going to be able to join. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention 90 gave me his top 5 list.
Oh, nice.
For me to, I'm going to do the absentee ballot vote for 90. So he's going to be with us in spirit this evening because he was going to join us, but he had to take care of some things.
Dude, how about Bueller on that promo in the beginning, dude? I'm blown away already, dude.
Yep. He said he set the bar.
I hate that I messed the audio up on. I hope people could hear what he was saying, dude, because he was spitting some hardcore stuff, dude.
He was spitting that truth, brother.
One of those days, man.
Biggie, you want to drop your 5 next, or?
Yeah, dude, I want to go next, man. Dude, I just love this guy, man. It's almost hilarious how much I love this guy. And I think 84 knows where I'm going, dude, because he was talking to me about him the other day, man. And I find myself watching matches, dude. I don't know why, but something about Samoans and wrestling and Hulkamania, dude, just go together. And big Yokozuna, dude, with the bonsai. the bonsai, dude, was amazing, dude. I love that move.
How do you prepare for that coming at you?
I don't know.
I mean, it just looks horrible.
Yeah.
That's a tough one, man. And I don't know how much you would think when you're thinking of as like a mark or whatever, that the safe way to execute that move is to take the impact on your feet and try, not hit him that massive Japanese ass or Samoan ass, really. He wasn't Japanese. But it looked like he really laid down on those guys. Like, I don't know how.
Yeah.
He really blasted them.
When you sit there and you see his feet sprawled out, not like supporting his weight, but they're literally sprawled out in front of him, like he's just sitting on the floor with his fat ass and stuff, it doesn't look good, man. It looks like the jobbers aren't going to have another job next week.
Maybe I love it just because when Hogan lost to him, dude, I don't think I've ever seen Hogan sell so well, dude. He was having quivers. He was shaking and doing all types of popping, dude. I just love that match.
I think he even spit up a little blood or something like that, if I can remember.
Yeah. He coughed up blood, dude. Like, what are you talking about, man? It's crazy.
Yep.
And welcome the Javi the Conquistadorks, one of the members of Oprah Boys. My boy Goat 99. Life with 2 YouTubers who I know they got some shine on Boy Who Had Sevens last live stream. A1 Red Sox fan. You're already good in my book. I'm a fellow Boston, Massachusetts kid. So I'm with you. I'm also in the Mass Club, brother. So good to see you guys. And Sam, you're definitely welcome on the show anytime. I saw you mention that before. Mega Power Hour is one of the most welcoming shows on YouTube, just so you know, brother. Sometimes we come out with a little heat. We'll cut a little promo on you and make you feel like you're going to get you back on your heels. But it's all love, man. We want anyone who wants to be on Mega Power Hour is welcome. It's all love, me and Big Shaq. In saying that, my number 5 pick, brother, is one of my favorite wrestlers. It's a very simple move. The thing about this move is like you kind of you have to look at it in the framework of this guy doing it and not so much today, because it's one of those moves that just gets worn out,
Oh,
But the DDT, particularly performed by Jake the Snake Roberts, was a masterful finishing move. First, him calling it the DDT, like it just rolls off the tongue now, DDT. But he tells a story of he had his finishing move. He was thinking of a name, and he was going through the newspaper. He used to read the newspaper every morning, and he was seeing like warnings about the dangers of this pesticide, DDT. And he was like, "Yeah, I want it to be dangerous and like poisonous, like a snake bite."
Yeah.
So the name is brilliant, and he would build up to it really well. Once he threw those fingers around, like it's a finishing move is more than just the execution of the move. It's the build up to it, stuff like that. And people used to sell the hell out of that DDT.
Oh yeah.
People brush it off now, but people would be like they died when because he's driving the top of your head into the mat. It's a really devastating move, and no one did it better than Jake. Even though there's not some cool variations I've seen since then.
He snapped that so fast. I mean, when he did the move after the little windup, he snapped it so fast so it looked devastating type thing. And of course, he had to have a move that would knock out the opponent, because obviously after that he'd go get his snake and put it in their face or whatnot type thing. So it was a great 1-2 punch to have the DDT, have the guy totally out unconscious, and then wake him up with a snake laying on top of him. It doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, had to make the list, and maybe kind of like to your Yokozuna point, part of it might be just me my huge admiration for Jake the Snake Roberts, but love the DDT. Stay Puff said he hates how the DDT is probably the most overused move in wrestling now. I hear you. There's 90 Miles from Comics.
Not 90 don't have my phone number for me to get his Gmail, so if you could find it, dude, I'll send him a link just in case he does want to pop on. Or 90.
You can text it to me, 90, because I don't know it offhand, brother.
Yeah, that's cool.
Boom. So why don't we move on? Because I don't know if I should give 90's fifth pick away. Because is he going to hop in? Is that why you're saying?
Let's wait on him just in case he comes.
Okay. All right, man. Number 4. Back to you, Big Bad Bueller.
So this one's interesting because I do not like the wrestler himself, but I really like his finisher move. And this is Lex Luger's Torture Rack.
Torture Rack
was one of my favorite moves. It just looked like it hurt. I'd never been a fan of him as a wrestler. I think he was a horrible wrestler. He was actually a lot better when he was younger, I thought. And as he got older, when you would think he would get to be a more technical wrestler, it didn't really show. But his finisher, the Torture Rack, especially when he had like Hogan up there and he's selling and Hogan's selling it. And then when he's got like the Big Show up there or the Giant or whatever he was called in there, they would sell it so well. And it was just that one move. You would just see here's this 7-foot guy on top of this guy's shoulders. And he just, taking care of it, man. It's a great move, but I don't like the wrestler. And I think that's the only one on this list where I don't like the wrestler.
That's interesting.
Great choice.
Yeah, Torture Rack came to mind for me too when I was thinking him up, because it's a very unique move too. We talk about the DDT being overused. No one's doing the Torture Rack. So
when's the last time you saw that? I can't remember the last time. Maybe Ryback did something with it years ago and stuff like that. His finisher was horrible, by the way, but it's not used hardly at all. But it was a great move.
It might be the most unique submission move out there. Usually it's kind of like jiu-jitsu influenced the submission moves, but not the Torture Rack. That was just savagery submission move.
And I kind of got categories for finishing moves because there's certain finishing moves that guys pulled that they can't pull on every wrestler, and Lex Luger would fit in that category of he pulled it on every wrestler. So I give him credit for that, big man.
Oh yeah,
big dude.
I never saw Yokozuna up in the Torture Rack though.
Well, that's a good point. I think he might have tried though. He had a bad back that night.
He did try that one time. No, he slammed him. That's right. He slammed him on the ship of the
Yeah,
the
he did slam.
Didn't he come off a chopper or something? Didn't he arrive by a chopper?
It was on a boat, or it was like Alpha Chopper. They were like in the Navy, and it was on the boat, like the Midway aircraft carrier, and he slammed Yokozuna. And that's when he was the whole American type thing. He had the flag shorts and all that stuff, and he was actually the new replacement for Hogan, who had just left, and it was supposed to be him, and obviously he wasn't going to be able to carry the banner, so it didn't work out.
Right. No. Good pick. And I'm going to try to keep up with the homies that are coming in. James Gallegos. He shouts out Rikishi Stinkface. The Gray Man representing for the Crossface Chicken Wing, courtesy of Bob Backlund. Very nice. That was a big-time schoolyard move. At recess, you had to watch your back because some kid was going to try to put you in the Crossface Chicken Wing around my way in, like, junior high. Let's see, Just the Rican Comics in the building. What up, Rod? I know he's a big wrestling fan. He's shouting out AEW. Poor Mike in the building. Iron Sheik with the camel clutch. Break your back and make you humble. All right, good to see you guys. Who's it on next? Biggie Shaqmania?
Yep. Well, by the way, guys, I got a little giveaway coming, man. Don't get too excited, dude. It's just a couple true believers. But after we do our list, dude, Biggie Shaq's going to do a giveaway to the chat, man. Because the NWO, I would like to pay respects to the community, man. And Biggie Shaq's never had a giveaway, dude. So just stay tuned for that, dude. So my number, what is it, 4? Yep, number 4, dude. I'm going, since Bueller picked Luger, dude, not just seeing Luger pick up 7-footers, dude. I'm thinking I'm going to represent, because I like to go freestyle with my picks. I'm going with Kurt Hennig, dude, because I seen Kurt Hennig perfect plex the Big Show twice.
Wow, I didn't even think of the perfect plex. That is, especially a well-executed perfect plex, was a thing of beauty.
That's a great move. I forgot about it. He's actually one of my favorite wrestlers, and I forgot about that move. I love the perfect plex. I'm pretty sure he did the perfect plex it was in WCW against when he was a Giant. I don't know if he did it when he was the Big Show in WWE.
He did, dude.
Oh, it was in there too? Okay.
Yeah, he did it later at the end of his career. You know where that move originated from was called the Fisherman Suplex.
Yeah.
He did
it.
Yep.
You gotta you gotta stay.
The one in WWE was better, dude, because the first one was like, whoa. The second one was a little bigger, heavier Big Show.
Yeah.
It was absolutely perfect. You know, like that in the promo. He would say some shit like that after like swishing or doing a hole in one on golf or like swishing a basket.
It's when everyone was kind of doing like video promos and stuff. That's actually the one I wanted to do for me. I just do like the whole video, like shooting a basket, throwing a football, catching it myself 50 yards down the field. I think that would be so hilarious.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Good call there. Number 4 for me. There's one tag team finisher that made my list. And of course, one of the most devastating, awesome finishers out there, courtesy of the Legion of Doom, Hawk and Animal. Not only did it have the coolest name, the Doomsday Device, but it was a spectacle when you saw that thing. And if you're not familiar, Animal would get the guy up on his shoulders, similar to when two people are playing chicken, like in a pool. Just get them up on the shoulders. Big Hawk climbs that turnbuckle, flying clothesline. Both those guys just always, they have like the reputation of being like not the safest wrestlers because it was just so aggressive. And just Hawk would just come and take your head off and go flying off of Animal's shoulders. And another cool thing with that is like Animal would set it up well too. Like he would just do cool stuff like I don't know, whip the guy into the turnbuckle so that he came bouncing back at him and then came and like scooped him up. He always like set it up in a cool way. They would just like talk about just aggression. That's what LOD did, and it was one of the coolest finishers out there. Doomsday Device.
I liked that. I remember watching them do that, and man, when they were wrestling like jobbers and stuff, they didn't care. They laid into that so much harder than they did like when they were wrestling one of their fellow tag team on the roster. But when they had a jobber up there, man, they just killed that guy. And it's hard to watch sometimes because you know that these guys never wanted to wrestle again.
Hey, Bueller, don't you have some old pictures, dude?
I do. I have some, and let me post some of these. I mean, they're going to be kind of hard to see, but...
Oh, let me switch your screen. Hold on.
Okay.
Burning Block out 99. The great. Ooh, hold on. Let me give a proper introduction to the great legend. Honorary Mega Power Royalty. Yeah, put us over big time. Yeah. Sorry, I had to give him a proper greeting. What do you got? Pictures, Bueller?
Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of me too.
Okay. Oh, so I don't know how good you guys can see these, but you know, I've been a wrestling fan ever since I was a kid, and I was lucky enough to go to a lot of the events that came in our areas in the 80s, and we always got front row seats and stuff. And I don't know if you can see that because they're really dark, but that's Demolition, one of the wrestlers from Demolition right there. We all know who this is. Like I said, they are dark. There is Coco Beware and his bird. I forgot the name. Let's see. I got some other ones. That's hard to see. But there is the Big Boss Man and Slick. These are all from the 80s and stuff. This is the time when Bret Hart, he was looking at me and he walked over and he has his glasses in his hand. That's when he gave me the glasses. Well, that was pretty cool. Here is Haku and Hercules. That's kind of a cool match. And then this last, here we go, Bret Hart and Bad News Brown. Thought that was pretty cool. And then this was my favorite match I saw. This had the Ultimate Warrior, and it was Ultimate Warrior against Andre the Giant. And it's really hard to see there, but right there, Andre the Giant's on top of Ultimate Warrior. And I don't know if you can see it, but there it is. But kind of cool. Here's another one, Ultimate Warrior. But man, those were good times, man. And unfortunately, I look at these pictures. There's a large majority of these wrestlers that have passed away, and that's really sad.
Amazing,
dude. Those are some epic matches. Ultimate Warrior and Andre.
Yeah,
crazy. Bret Hart gave you sunglasses.
Yeah,
crazy.
And there was also Savage against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Oh my God!
It was Savage, Ricky, and the main event was Hogan against King Kong Bundy and stuff. I don't know if anybody remembers this, and I'm dating myself, but I had one of those cameras that had a little disc that went into it. It was almost like it was a very short fad. It was a little disc that was the film, and you could only take a certain amount of pictures on this disc. And I ran out of film to take pictures, so I didn't get all the ones I wanted to.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, you had to go take your film to get developed, and had to come back like the next day and everything.
Holy smokes!
Well, look at this. Here you go, WrestleMania #1 on VHS. Look at that goodness right there on VHS.
Yeah, I saw your cool VHS collection. I have one wrestling-related photo I can show, since Bueller showed a wrestling photo. One I can show you is from a few years back at a con that I went to. I was lucky enough to link up with the $1 Million Man himself.
No, that's awesome.
He let me put the $1 Million belt over my shoulder, which is very cool of him.
That's really cool.
Honky Tonk Man was on the booth beside him with like no line, and everyone was in line for Ted DiBiase, and Honky looked salty.
Oh man, that's too bad.
Yeah, because I respect Honky, but I mean, he wasn't like one of my guys. But
I gotta show this. This is one of my prized possessions in my whole collection. It's the WrestleMania box set. WrestleMania 1 through 13, all on VHS tape. There you go. Beautiful. Put them all together, it makes WrestleMania.
Big 90 gave me this Hulkamania autograph, dude. Holy smokes, man.
Yeah, beautiful.
The only
That's like
autograph
a
from
dream.
wrestler I have is Buff Bagwell, and I think I threw it away.
Buff the stuff.
Yeah, he spelled my name wrong on it when he signed it. I was like, oh, yeah, whatever.
Oh man. Speaking of 90, he just hit me up about. You saw what I put in the chat, right? The
Yeah,
private
yeah,
chat?
I seen it, dude.
Uh,
Thank you.
no problem. So let's see. Where do we leave off? Because we just took a little detour into some
Bueller.
awesomeness.
My turn?
No, Bueller went last, I think.
I've done 2 so far.
Yeah.
Me too. Have you done 2?
No. Yeah, I've done 2 too, so it's Bueller's turn.
Wait,
Right.
what was your 2, Biggie? You did.
I did bonsai and then I did perfect plex. And then I blew everybody's mind and we had to
Yeah, that's right. Perfect flex was a great one. Yeah. Okay, so number 3.
Number 3 for me, and this I wish I saw this move more often. It was only done for a very short amount of time, but that time when the Undertaker became the American Badass and stuff, he did the last ride, and I love that move. It was so cool. It was like a power bomb, but he picked the guy up above his head, and especially like the ones he would do to Shawn Michaels were just awesome because they look devastating because it looks like he's like 10 feet up in the air and he's slamming them down like really hard. So the last ride by the American Badass, otherwise known as the Undertaker, is definitely on my top 5.
Last ride. Pretty good. Pretty good. And you know what's funny is my number 3 pick is very similar to that. Because one thing is for sure, I needed to have some iteration of a power bomb on my list. Because power bomb is just meat and potatoes wrestling, everyone's favorite. Every kid out there has either power bombed somebody or been power bombed. My brother power bombed me into a table one time. And yeah, you got. But so there's so many different power bombs. It was between 2 guys. I didn't even think of the last ride, but that was a good one. It was between 2 guys. Oh damn! James just mentioned Vader's power bomb. I respected Vader's moonsault. That guy has size, incredible.
Yeah.
It was between the outsiders. Because Big Sexy would drop a hell of a jackknife power bomb, but I had to give it to Chico Razor Ramon, the Razor's Edge brother. Similar to the last ride of just getting you as high as he can, you know. And the thing that I really loved about that Razor's Edge too is I like the setup, similar to Jake the Snake when he'd give you the little Razor would get you between his legs and hit you with the and then drop you. So, yeah.
I like the setup on that too, but you know, I like that move, but it didn't. It's almost when he executed it, it's almost like he just laid down type thing.
Yeah,
he didn't drop them like the power bomb.
No.
He almost like laid them on the mat type thing. So it didn't look. I thought the setup looked really good. I love the whole, you know, and all that stuff, and the whole, you know, he does his thing and everything, and does it. But the actual execution when he drops them on the ground, it's kind of slow. It's like in slow motion.
it was definitely more gentle, but it's you kind of get he gets bonus points because it's on the neck, you know.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was rewatching some of Kevin Nash's jackknife power bombs, he would bring them up really quick, but then
and kind of just let him go. Yeah. That Undertaker's was definitely more forced. Taker would really put you through the mat.
He was trying to bury the guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and you know who had a pretty gnarly power bomb too was Psycho Sid or Sid Vicious. He would slam a fool. Look, Stay Puff just mentioned Sid's power bombs. I agree, brother.
Yeah, Sam saying the rock bottom there.
Rock bottom. Batista bomb from Jaguar.
Batista bomb was pretty good. The sit down power
because
bomb.
he was chill.
Yeah. And then you got Kevin Owens. He does his thing right now. I mean, it used to be his finisher. He's doing a different one now, but his was he threw him through the ropes. Power bomb. I don't know what it's called. They bounce off the ropes. He catch him and pull him up and put him down. type thing. I can't remember.
It's got a weird name, Bueller. I know what you're talking about. It's like
Yeah.
the Kamasaki or some crap. I don't know.
Yeah.
Number 3, Biggie Shackamania.
All right, dude. Now, this is the only one that's been giving me a trouble all day, man. But I just love the execution of it, dude. And you could really hurt somebody with this move, man. And he kind of used it as a finisher, but you know, I don't know that people really had a register in their mind it was a finisher, but I definitely seen him pin a few cats after doing it, dude. I'm bringing in Arn Anderson, spine buster.
And remind me, spine busters when you throw him into the ropes and kind of spin him around and slam him.
Yes,
Right?
it's gorgeous, dude. It's like he hops into it and just ping. And Arn Anderson did it better than anybody, dude. Arn Anderson,
without a doubt.
Yeah, it was so good when he did it, dude. Like I don't think I've ever seen anybody come close.
Yeah, I mean, Triple H is his spine buster right after Arn Anderson's, and it's pretty good, but it's not even close to the impact and the force to how Anderson did it. So by far, Anderson had the best one.
I loved it.
I did a Hey Biggie, where's 90's hot tag? You working on it?
Dude, I gave it to him. I'll give him another one.
Oh, come on, 90, get with the program.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I sent you one for sure.
Yeah, spine bust. That's a pretty good call, man. I like that kind of move. Like Big Boss Man, I felt was underrated with that slam. I forget what you called it exactly, but he would do a pretty nice one where he whip him into the ropes and give him a nice spin and drop.
Especially a hard time or something like that. Hard time.
Yeah, I think it was hard time. Yeah. I just thought of one that's gonna have to be in my honorable mentions. Okay, I'll just make a mental note instead of naming too many now.
All right.
Okay, so now for the midway recap for anyone who's just joining us. We've all named 3. No, 90, I can't invite people because it's not my chat, brother. I said I got you as
Dude, I'm inviting you again. This is the second one, 90.
Yeah, I can't invite 90. Sidewalk Slam. I think that is the name of it, James. Sidewalk Slam.
That's what I called it, wasn't it? What'd I call it?
I don't know. Beulah called it. Actually, he called it Hard Time, Daddy. That's what Beulah said. He said it was the hard times when you get taken by a computer, Daddy.
That's funny you brought that up, Bueller, because that's what started all this wrestling stuff. Was 84 doing a old Dusty imitation, dude, and I picked up on it. I was like, I like that, man. That no, for real, that's it though. I'll keep it real.
And YouTube hasn't been the same since.
No.
So recap. I'm gonna actually, Beulah, can you recap your 5-4-3 picks?
Yeah, the fifth one was the Diamond Cutter. That was by DDP. Torture Rack by Lex Luger. The Narcissist, or whatever you want to call him, didn't like the actual wrestler.
I hated the Narcissist angle.
Yeah, it was horrible. And the other one was by Undertaker or the American Badass, which was the Last Ride. Those are my 3 of my top 5 so far.
Very nice. My 3 thus far. One was the DDT, particularly Jake the Snake's DDT. Number 4 was the Doomsday Device from the Legion of Doom. Number 3 was the Razor's Edge by Scott Hall, Razor Ramon Chico, the bad guy. The bad guy. And Biggie Shaq, where you at with the 3 thus far?
I went big Yokozuna Banzai for 5. My number 4 was big Perfect Plex, right? And then and then my 3 was Arn Anderson Sidewalk Slam.
Nice.
Very good.
Those are all solid picks, man. Those are all solid picks.
Yeah. Top 2 time. Cream of the crop time.
All right, am I going?
Yep. Bueller, number 2.
Okay. You know what? He's not on everyone's favorite list right now, but I've always been a big fan of his finisher move. And honestly, when he burst onto the scene, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, Brock Lesnar with the F5 was probably the most devastating finisher I had seen in years. The first time I saw him hit that and the way he tossed I think it was Jeff Hardy around. It was just insane. And the great thing about that move, it's rotating in the opposite direction it should rotate. And that's the thing that's kind of weird. He should rotate the guy out. Instead, he's rotating the guy in. And how he pulls that off is very interesting. And he can do it on anybody. I mean, literally, and he can still do it today on anybody type thing. And he's in his 40s. But the F5 by Brock Lesnar, one of the most devastating finishing moves. And he won his very first title from The Rock at SummerSlam with that move. And The Rock never got any better after that. That was it.
Damn. The F5. F5 out of nowhere because I didn't see that one coming. Yeah, you got to respect the F5. And another one, kind of like to your point with Luger, another guy who can do that move on anybody, which you got to respect. Yeah. And just want to give some couple shouts to the chat. The chat's been throwing out some nice picks. Mr. Miracle wanted to shout the sharpshooter, which I don't have any submissions on my. I'm not a big submission finisher guy. I like to see an impact slam of some sort. If one was going to make it, it'd probably be the sharpshooter. But in the Superfly Splash, not a bad one. Chad Carmichael, the 5-knuckle shuffle. That's a tongue twister. 5-knuckle shuffle. That's Dusty, right? 5-knuckle shuffle?
No, that's John Cena.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh.
Yeah, hey, 90, I didn't see the 3 on your Gmail.
Punched him.
I didn't see the 3 on your Gmail, 90. I sent another. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it's definitely Cena, dude. What are you talking about with Dusty?
He used to do like this dive kind of punch, and then he would like hit him a couple times, and he'd do like a little shake, and then he'd hit him again.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Are you doing a bad imitation of the Road Dog? That's what that looked like.
Yeah, that one. Oh, right. Yeah, Road Dog was another one.
Your little shimmy shake right there.
Yeah, see, the John Cena era of wrestling is a big lapse in my watching because I'm not a big fan of his.
You know what's funny about that? I don't even know why we keep talking about it, but it was actually referred towards masturbation.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That makes sense because it's totally double entendre, right?
Well, then I'm the master of the 5-knuckle shuffle.
That's your finisher?
You can edit that out, right? Oh, we're live.
Oops.
That's my Sid Vicious moment right there.
Yeah. Let's see. Goat wanted to shout out the King Kong Bundy Big Splash. Of course, Tony Sanders wanted to give a shout to the Rock Bottom. So very nice. Very nice. Number 2.
Big 84.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I don't want to be predictable, but sometimes when there's excellence in the field of pro wrestling, you got to respect it, okay? And not only did Macho Man Randy Savage have one of the best gimmicks in mic work, not only was he one of the best in-ring performers out there, he had a solid go-to finisher. I was doubting myself. I was talking to Biggie about this first. I was like, earlier, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to put Macho on there, man, because I always like I said, I don't want to be too predictable. The more I thought of it, and I rewatched a few of them, I'm like, no one dropped the elbow like Macho.
Yeah.
He would prop up on that top turnbuckle. You got to love the little taunt at first. He'd always hit you with the hands up. And the placement of that elbow was always just flawless. He would always drop that elbow either on your face or on your neck every time. Some guys, a lot of top rope finishers can be done very sloppy. It can be hit or miss. A lot of guys are sloppy. I think of Bam Bam Bigelow's flying headbutt. Sometimes he'd be way off on that fucking thing. But Macho was just super accurate every time, graceful with the come down.
Yep.
And it is, it's good to have a finishing move that sequences itself into a pin really well. And that one definitely does. It feels like a finisher when he hops up. You get a pop from the crowd when you get up. Like I'm big on that. You get the pop when Jake did this. You get a pop from Razor. You want that before you finish her. So Macho would get that from the crowd when he hopped on the turnbuckle. Bang, jump right on for the pin. Game over when Macho flew through the sky. So that's my number 2 pick. Didn't make number 1, but it is my number 2.
The presentation of his elbow from start to finish is the best by far. Just the whole getting up on the top rope, doing this little, standing there and doing his little salute or whatever you want to call it. It's timeless, man. And that guy was such a great wrestler.
Yeah.
And the total package, start to finish, never a bad match from him whatsoever.
Totally agreed. I'm so amazed that you saw him and Steamboat, dude, live. That's incredible.
It was pretty cool because you could tell they were, it was right before the gimmick where Savage crushes his larynx or whatnot, and they did that whole gimmick.
With the chair.
They were working on that gimmick during that thing. Like, you could tell they're ironing out what they were going to do, because like a month later they did the gimmick type thing. And so it was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, that was maybe, if not the best, one of his greatest opponents. Best guy that he worked with was definitely Steamboat.
I was a big fan of the retirement Warrior match. That's probably one of my favorites for Savage. I mean, Warrior wasn't a great wrestler, but the story in that match that they did with Miss Elizabeth and Sherry and everything, and the double turn, awesome match. If you haven't seen that match, unfortunately Savage loses it, but he didn't stay retired. But it's probably one of his top 5 matches to go watch.
Biggie, what you got?
Man, I feel obligated, but I think I'm gonna save it, dude. I'm gonna go with this sounds silly, dude, but whenever I was a kid, bro, this got over pretty good. Big Brian Adams, dude, Crush. Where you just take their head and like crush their head, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm going with Crush. I guess I'm gonna have the weakest pick, ain't I? I was thinking figure 4, but
you just say, what'd you just say? Crush?
I'm using Crush. I like Crush.
Kona Crush? Third
you,
number demolition? Crush?
No, yeah.
Oh, what did he do? Pick you up like that, right? By your head?
He would pick you up and then bring you down and crush your head.
That's an amazing pick.
I never saw that coming.
No, I didn't. 90 said he's backstage. You just got to click him in.
Bro, I don't see it. Do you? Oh, you can't see it. How do I get to him, bro? The chat's in the way.
I don't know. I've never done StreamYard. I'm running my live game. I haven't gone live in a while.
I can't see him.
Yeah, Crush was the 3rd member of Demolition.
Hey, you've seen it before. How do I get the chat out of the way? Do you know?
The chat, I just no, not really. To be honest with you, you were the only person I ever had come on.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Shoot, I don't see you, 90 dude. There's a space where you should be. I'm guessing you're past it. I don't know where you're at. I don't see you, bro. I'm sorry, man. Oh, I see him down here. Hold on.
He's behind the curtain.
Yeah, I see him, but I can't get the button, dude. It's really small.
Demolition with you.
I got him. Yes.
Oh, there he is. Look at him, golden.
Are you kidding me? I've been down here for like 10 minutes.
Dude, I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna take a picture of it.
The best is I call 84. I'm like, yo, tell Biggie to tag me in. And then he's like, yo, I got you. And then he hangs up the phone and he's like, wait, what? And he starts this conversation about the pick he just had. I'm like, God damn it. Just tag me in.
No, got you as in I typed your email into the chat so he could see it, so he could do his thing with it.
Dude, it's not like it's beside the 3 people. You're underneath me, and I got a slither of like pixels. I barely got you in here.
I appreciate it, yo.
You're in, Randy. What up, man?
Yo, for all the 90 holics in the chat, YouTube is 90. And I was lucky enough, the wife is sleeping, so I can hang out for a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
So, what is going on, Bueller? What is going on, Biggie Shaq? What is going on, chat? I see that stupid idiot, the Tone, in there trying to come after my cover championship. I've already beaten him once. We all know the true #1 contender is highly Higher Lucha Libre, so he'll be coming after my cover championship. I'm not facing the Tone again. I'm saying it now. I will talk to McSands if I got to. All right.
And I have to give a warm macho welcome to Big Papa Runk, honorary Mega Power member and member of the NWO. What up, D Runk? And Big Drew Man True. Drew Man True. Got AEW tickets today. Very nice. AEW on the up and coming. Yeah.
So he'll be in Chicago.
Hey, Chad.
What's up, Bueller? What's going on?
What does it say down in the corner of your thing?
Y290.
Doesn't matter what it says.
That's what you think. That's what you think.
Hey,
all right.
The Bueller
I had to put that out there.
Yeah.
That's the Bueller burn.
Too good.
Hey,
Too
so
good.
Matthew, we ran through. I think you've been watching some of it, but we've ran through 5 through 2. So you're good. You're going to be here for the number 1 picks. Would you like to run through your 5 through 2 real quick for us?
Yeah, I can go ahead and do that. And I guess, yeah, you know what? We're going to go 5 through 2.
Yeah.
And I might change up 2 in like the order that I have them in. But number 5, and Macho Head just said it himself, I have number 5 with the great elbow from the great Macho Man. Definitely one of the greatest finishes of all time. Had to put that on my list. It's definitely, as a child growing up in the 90s, I remember watching wrestling, Macho Man being one of my dad's favorite wrestlers. So, of course, looking up to your dad, I always remember Macho Man, and I love that elbow. So that's why he's my number 5. For my number 4, now this one is a little different. I haven't heard anyone do any finishers this yet, but my number 4 pick is the 3D. Gotta love me some 3D with the Dudley Boys, as they were one of my favorite tag teams growing up as a kid. I love to see anyone go through tables. So when you see Devon just go get the table, come on. When Bubba's yelling at Devon, go get the table, it's just everything setting up to it as well is awesome. So 3D's on my number 4. My number 3, and I'm going to switch it up, and I got to show love to my boy Jericho. It's going to be the Code Breaker, just because I got to get Jericho somewhere on the list. So I'm going Code Breaker for
Instead
number
of Lion Tamer, dude? Code Breaker?
I mean, I could go Lion Tamer, but I think the Code Breaker is a little different. To your point, you always give me stick about the Lion Tamer because you're like, it's just a Boston Crab. So I was waiting for that response. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to hit the Code Breaker on him so he can't say nothing. But I know you guys are talking about Vader's moonsault, and Jericho has a beautiful moonsault as well. He always, from that middle rope, had a nice moonsault. WCW and in WWE.
Enough about Jericho. Next.
Oh, yeah. So my number 2 is going to have to be Mandible Claw from Mankind. You gotta love it when he pulled out Mr. Sacco and he just went to town. Or even before he had Sacco, it was a cool move, taking people down from the mouth, so to speak. And then when you add Mr. Sacco to it, just awesome stuff.
Wow. Wasn't one of my I liked that move more when he was just straight Mankind with the brown outfit, nutbag pulling his hair out.
Yeah.
Once he got Sacco-ized and he wore like the white office shirt over his thing, I kind of didn't dig it as much. But when he first came in as Mankind pulling his hair out, great Undertaker like opponent, and that was the era. I haven't seen too many live wrestling matches, like events, but one that I did, the main event was Mankind, that era Mankind that I'm talking about, versus Triple H when he was still being managed by China. And the culmination of the match was Mankind gets Triple H in a standing mandible claw. China comes in to disrupt it. He gets her in a mandible claw, double mandible claw. It was a great pop at the end.
Rock and Sock Connection? Get out of here, bro. You're insane. Mr. Sacco was the man.
Was that your number 2?
Yeah, it was my number 2.
Okay, we're all up to speed here. We're going through the cream of the crop picks, the number 1 finishing move. Very excited. I'm wondering if there's going to be any duplication, because I feel like my number one pick is a shining beacon of finishing moves, and I wouldn't be surprised if someone else doesn't also have it as number one. Bueller, lay it on us, my brother.
Okay. Well, you guys have been staring at it the whole time because guys in vests stick together. And my number one finishing move by far is the Stone Cold Stunner by no other than Steve Austin. I've always been a fan. That's actually one of the reasons I wear the vest as well, because I am a fan of Stone Cold, and it was a gift from a friend of mine. But his finishing move is one of my favorites because it was totally original. I can't remember anything like it until I saw it. And once I saw it, immediately I was like, man, that's awesome. And he could pull it off so quick. And the whole kick to the gut and the double finger and just laying it on pretty much anyone he wants to was just awesome. And he would just do multiple stunners. It's like stun here, stun there. And some of the guys that would sell it, especially The Rock, he loved selling the stunner. He would like do a backflip off the stunner type thing. And it was just awesome. But Stone Cold Stunner, by far, the best finishing move I've seen. And now it's being passed to Kevin Owens, and he's not doing pretty bad himself. So not too shabby. Best finishing move, the stunner.
Wow. Kevin Owens does the stunner now?
That's his finishing move. Yep.
And he's got a lot of inspiration from Stone Cold, from his whole character, even before he even got into WWE, because that's pretty much who Kevin Steen was based off of, and that was his, underground persona
Not
before.
sure how I feel about Owens doing the stunner. Sacrilegious. I don't know about that.
I'm all about it. Kevin Owens is probably my favorite wrestler currently on that roster, and I think he's the best thing that they got. So, if anything, he should be the one doing stunners.
Wow. Big Bear Island Comics entering through the ropes. Big leg over the top rope, like the big men do. Over that third rope. Bring that leg over. Good to see you, Bear. Yeah, and I'm glad to hear you're a big Stone Cold fan. In the thumbnail that I put together for this, I have to put Bueller in the Stone Cold vest, man. And I'm in 100% agreement with Big Bueller that it's the Stone Cold Stunner, dog. That's the best finishing move in pro wrestling. Stone Cold swagger is a part of it.
Yep.
The setup, like you said, is perfect. The kick to the stomach, knock it down. I wasn't sure if you were gonna. You threw me off when you picked Diamond Cutter at first, because sometimes people are either Diamond Cutter RKO guys or stunner guys.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure which way you're gonna go when you shouted out Cutter. But damn, I think it's way superior to the Cutter, just because kind of like how we talk about the power bombs. You want to see someone come down with the force.
Yeah.
I mean, Stone Cold just dropped straight down on his butt, dude, and you took it to the chin.
Yep. The sound that it makes too. I mean, the sound of the finisher just hitting, that way he drops down so fast. It plays so well, and the crowd just eats it up.
Right, and it's so easy to just hit it on somebody. It's almost like you could almost picture him like clearing a room, like.
He took on.
Right. So I'm just gonna follow suit and get it out of the way, because that was my number one finishing move as well. Because hands down, it is the greatest finishing move of all time. He has cleared out entire rings of people with the stunner. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, he came in with a beer truck with Vince McMahon and all of his goons, sprayed them down with beer, and stunnered everybody that was in the ring. So, like you said, it can happen out of nowhere. It was the RKO before the RKO. It was the Diamond Cutter before the Diamond Cutter. You have to give respect to it. The setup, the kick in the gut, the whole middle fingers to the face. It doesn't get any better. I think you can't ask for a better finishing move in pro wrestling.
Well, let me tell you something, dude. This is the Mega Power Hour, man. And you think I'm going to let y'all run amok on my man Big Hogan, dude? You got another thing coming, man. So what my boy set up starts off with the 1, 2, 3, 4 into the ropes, dude. Bigfoot leg drop. 1, 2, 3. I don't care that you could do it to a bunch of people. I don't care, man. And I did see that. And it just looks like a modified neck breaker to me, dude. Rick Rude did it better. So there you go. Leg drop, brother.
Ooh.
Rick, a
I
modified.
don't know if Rick Rude did it better, but all right. To each their own, big
It is kind of a reverse Rude Awakening. You're kind of right. Yeah,
I guess so, yeah.
in a way.
All right. I think we got to do the giveaway now. Any of you guys got a pen?
A pen?
I do. Yeah.
All right. Write down a number between 1 and 40. Who's going to be the designated number writer?
I
We'll let Bueller do it since he's a guest.
already did it. I already wrote it down.
All right. So chat, pick a number. You guys got to watch the chat. See who picks the number first.
I love that Bueller's a guest, 84. You and me are just a couple goons.
That's the way it should be.
So everyone, you're thinking of a number. You wrote down a number 1 through 40.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone in the chat's going to type in a random number that they're picking.
Yeah.
Right.
And then as soon as you
I
see
hope you win, Miracle, because I owe you one.
Well, how do we decide the winner? I have a little.
No. We're going with what number you got, dude.
Okay, so somebody just has to guess it.
yes, as soon as you see it in the chat, Bueller,
Okay.
you let us know.
So far, nothing.
Good.
Now,
You can tell them if they get warm or cold.
as Bueller's waiting for the winner to pop up,
Close.
honorable mention, figure 4 leg lock. Just got to throw it out there. It's one of those moves that super iconic.
Goat 99 got it.
Go, dude.
Go!
All right, man. I'm glad it's somebody I know. I know he subscribed to me, dude. You just won a True Believer X-Men #1, dude, and a Mind Bomb True Believer, dude. There you go, brother. Just I don't know how I'm gonna get the information, but I just need to get your email, dude, or your real address. Maybe you're on Instagram. You could give it to. I hate 84 is like my secretary. I'm gonna have to pay this man. It does everything.
No,
You-
cool. Yeah, Goat's my boy. Congratulations, Goat. I'm happy to see that you won that, man. Great member of the YouTube community. Early supporter of your boy 84. So,
Hey, Bueller, if you don't mind, go ahead and show the number.
It's number 11.
There you go. You guys see it ain't no bull jive here on the Power Hour, dude.
congrats, man. You guys want to run through just some honorable mentions that didn't make the top 5?
I got some. Yeah, I definitely have some. This is one of my moves I've always liked, and this is a submission move. And you guys might not know who this is, but he's from Oregon, and he was in WWF for a long time. It was Billy Jack Haynes, and he did the full Nelson, and that was his finishing move. And if you ever go back, just Google. For one, the guy's crazy now. He's like off his rocker. But if you watch his finishing move, and he'd slap on the full Nelson, and nobody ever got out of it. And he just whipped people around like it was nothing, man, like rag dolls. And it was one of the best moves I remember. I mean, this is back at WrestleMania 2 and 3 and 4 type thing. But Billy Jack Haynes, full Nelson, awesome.
Well, Nelson's another
Nice, dude.
schoolyard finisher.
You know what else he did, Big Bueller, dude?
What's that?
The bear grab, dude. He used to bear squeeze him, right? He would do the bear squeeze, Big Jack Haynes.
That was Billy Jack Haynes didn't do that, but he
the full Nelson. Yeah, you're right.
full Nelson, and then like the Hercules would do his finisher was the bear hug or whatnot or the squeeze, and
Yeah,
the
you're
Hercules,
absolutely right.
Billy Jack Haynes feuded quite a bit back in the 80s and stuff like that. So that's one of my favorite moves. I used to always put that on like my buddies and stuff in school, the full Nelson type thing,
Yeah, you could slip it right on somebody. It's tough to get out of. Full Nelson.
That's how I like it.
Some great chat mentions here. Sam's Tangled Web shouts out the Crippler Crossface. That's a good one. And Jaguar with the Ken Shamrock ankle lock. He always used to have like an insane look on his face too when he was cranking it in. So, I would say of the ones I have here, I was tempted to mention. I don't know if it's so much a finishing move, but the Bushwhackers pit stop, and they give you a little one of them would bring your face over, you get right up in the either Luke or Butch's armpit. That was a nice one, but not not a finisher.
I'd be finished.
Yeah, right.
I'd tap out. I'd give up.
Bush Rockers are so, dude. They would lick kids' heads on the way down. They just, bro, Luke and Butch are out of control.
Oh,
Yeah, crazy, and they're like missing so many teeth. But anyway,
hey, how about Rikishi's little butt bongo movie did, dude?
yeah. Someone, I think it was Jaguar maybe that shouted that one out before. The stink face.
Yeah.
Stink face.
I'm definitely gonna give an honorable mention to the Swanton Bomb.
Oh,
Jeff Hardy.
Swanton Bomb was good.
Yeah.
I wanted to throw out the Goldberg's jackhammer. Was pretty well executed, man. He would, getting you straight up and then flipping that into a nice slam, setting you right up for the pin. I'm not a big fan of the spear. I feel like a spear is an overused thing, and it never really did much for me. Whether it's Edge or you name it, the closest thing I liked to a spear was Duggan's 3-point stance charge. That's as far as I go. But the whole spear thing, like, oh my god, the spear! It's like not devastating enough for me. Not a big deal. But the jackhammer was good.
I like to shoot out, the frog splash. Eddie Guerrero did that bare name by in my book. Benoit did that pretty good, but I like Guerrero better. I like Rick Rude. Like I said earlier, dude, Rude had a pretty nasty Rude awakening, dude. I liked it. And I'd like to, not really a finisher, but for a go-to move, Rowdy Piper. Ain't you around where Piper lives, Big Bueller, dude?
Yeah, he's not anymore.
Yeah, right.
But I actually, my buddy's in-laws live right next door to him until he passed away. So we were out there before he passed away, and we saw him driving down the street and everything. So,
love Piper.
The move I was going to bring up was the eye poke, dude. He would just pop right you.
Yeah, D-Runk with the clothesline from hell, which is a cool. I think one of the acolytes would do that. I don't know if it was Farouk or Bradshaw would.
I think it was both of them.
Bradshaw, yeah.
Yeah.
I was always a big fan of Rob Van Dam 5-star splash, and obviously Rey Mysterio 619. Both of those high flyers. Love those finishers. Great setup for both of them, and Rey Mysterio kind of modified it over the years because he couldn't do the rotation what he used to do when he was younger and stuff. But the earlier ones, when he did the 619 and did the off the top and did the flip type thing, I thought that was pretty good.
I think we should give 90 a chance to ask Bueller something. You got anything off the top of your head, Bueller, or 90 you want to ask him?
Ask Bueller? Oh,
yeah.
I can ask Bueller anything I want whenever I want. I hit a Bueller.
All right.
We're here talking wrestling. I mean, if I had to choose more finishers that I enjoyed, watching, I mean, I think Bueller hit it with the 619. RVD was definitely a great, high flying performer as well. Definitely got to shout out the most electrifying move of all time, right? The people's elbow. But the whole setup and everything like that. For as like
far as the performance goes, yeah.
I mean, would some guy be knocked out for that long? Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole setup for that was incredible, But the whole rock bottom leading to that, throwing the armband, like you got to mention it as an honorable mention for sure.
I kind of look at the Hogan's leg drop in that same way.
It is.
The move itself is very, generic, but there was something about the performance, the setup, that just you got hyped when you saw they were gonna do it, and you believed that it fucking finished them off. Even though it was just a little elbow.
So I got a question for you guys. We're all wrestling fans. So are you guys familiar with Baron Corbin's finisher that he has now?
Not exactly.
No.
Okay. Well, I think it's called the End of Days or something like that.
Yes, I do. Yes, it is. It's like that reversed.
It's a rock bottom, but
revert. Yeah.
The other person gets hurt.
Oh, yeah.
That's all it is. It's literally the rock bottom, but instead of the person getting hurt that's supposed to, the opposite person gets hurt. So it'd be like The Rock doing a rock bottom and then hurting himself doing it.
Oh, so what? He brings it backwards? Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't make any sense. So,
Yeah.
No, it's funny you brought that up because that's Big Legend's favorite wrestler for some reason. I don't get it. I've asked him about it. He just likes him. But I remember you guys doing like video games and watching pay-per-views.
He always played that guy.
Yeah. Very cool.
As I was going through and like brushing up on finishers and stuff, there was one that I came across. I knew of the guy a little bit, but I'd never seen, full disclosure, I'd never seen this guy's finisher before. And I never even seen him really work in the ring. I've only seen him cut a few promos with someone. But this dude, Aleister Black.
Oh, dude. Yeah, bro. What are you?
Black
Mass? Yeah, bro. Sick.
Dude, a heel kick. I was like, dude, that is a nice.
Yo,
I want a good kick, like sweet chin
Aleister
music.
Black, bro, he's getting wasted right now. Let's not even talk about that. He got brought up to the main roster and just straight wasted. When in NXT, he was running things, but that's a whole nother story we could talk about.
He just like whips that
Bueller
dude.
laughs because he knows it's being him and Ricochet.
Yeah. Shout out to the Black Mass. And I love a good name for a finisher. Black Mass.
Yeah.
Boom. Swimming kick. Good one.
Now you were saying your dad like owned a station where wrestlers did promos. Fill me in on that again, Bueller, dude, because I think that would be good content for the Power Hour, man.
So my father was a television producer and director, and they had a studio where they would edit and do all their films and stuff local here in Oregon. Excuse me. And actually, it's still, I don't think the studio is there. It's a different building now, but it's literally about 10 miles away from where I'm at now. But it was a big studio, so like the local wrestling promotion, the Portland Wrestling, they would rent studio time and come and shoot their commercials and their promotions or their promos at the studio. And so I would hang around there as a kid, and I was pretty young, like 8 to 12 years old type thing. And I would just hang out and watch these wrestlers shoot promos. Like Billy Jack Haynes was one of our wrestlers, Rip the Crippler Oliver, Adrian Adonis was one of them. A bunch of other ones would come into town, guys you wouldn't know or whatnot. But it was really cool to see these guys and do their promos, get all worked up and stuff. And to me, for a little kid, looking at these guys that are larger than life type thing. And but it was really cool. I was very fortunate to have that and meet some really great people, then go and watch these events and stuff, and see the guys when they're not doing their thing, just kind of hanging out, drinking a beer or whatever they're doing, just waiting for their turn. So, but yeah, I kind of grew up like that, and it's kind of nice. So I can't complain one bit.
Hell yeah,
dude! Adrian Adonis, bro, that guy was one of the most over wrestlers at the time because he would be very flamboyant. He ran this like gay gimmick, kind of like Goldust, but more extreme. It was one of Piper's favorite wrestlers. They like grew up together, dude, and that was one of the guys that really hurt him when they lost him. I believe he died in a car accident, and Adrian Adonis would have been big, dude, because when he was in the WWF, he had some really good. He would do this gimmick where he'd be like, "I weigh 180 pounds" and stuff.
Yep.
Dude, he was awesome.
Yeah, he was. He had. I mean, they wrestled. WrestleMania 3 was Piper and Adrian Adonis, if I'm not mistaken, and really great match. And he was. I mean, if you don't know who Adrian Adonis is, and if you look him up online, a picture, he probably shouldn't be a wrestler. He does not look. He shouldn't be wearing tights.
No,
but the guy had it, man. He had the whole gimmick down and everything going on, and another one of those guys that unfortunately we lost too soon. So,
yeah. I think we're about ready to wind down, 84. You got anything? I think we usually get to like we talk about comic books for a minute and then we do a couple shout outs and wrap her up. So what do you think, brother?
Yeah, man. As far as comics go, I showed you guys before we jumped on here. I picked up one book this week because it was such a sweet variant. I had to make it happen. So I let the people see a little comic book action. I grabbed the Carnagize Conan variant, brother. I love this thing. Looking nice in some mylight.
Ooh, I see you, Biggie.
So there's my little
Dude,
turtle.
90, dude. What is this, bro? Is that chick, dude? Because I got this from a long time ago.
What issue number is it?
It's an annual.
I'm not sure if that's her.
I don't see the number, but you know,
It could be Jenny.
it looks just like her, bro.
It could be.
Oh well.
I'm not sure.
And then I saw this while I was digging. I was looking for my Jerry the King Lawler autograph. I couldn't find it, but it's pretty sick.
The fact that you just got some turtles, Biggie, I'm stoked about that. Because I love
you know it, dude. And I saw this little shiny sucker out there.
Hey, for Bueller, right?
Love that one.
I mean, I got
to do a shout out 84. What about you, 90? I know you got some heat.
I picked up some Hulk books lately. First appearance of Harpy from my Hulk collection. I also got first appearance of By Beast, which I
love that one.
You know, I've been loving it. I got another one too, but I'm waiting to show that one off. And then I don't know if that guy, the Tone's still in there, but just in case the Tone forgot, we're gonna just remind him real quick.
Get him 90.
Cover championships right here. The Tone double cover champion. Come get it.
Yeah, you heard that, Tone.
Yep, the hunt. We got some hunt action tonight. The strap is going to be up for grabs in about 45 minutes.
Nice.
So everyone in here, if you're pro wrestling maniacs, you know you probably will get a kick out of what's going on over at the hunt.
You got you got any books or shout outs you want shoot out there, Big Bueller, dude?
Well, I mean, I got some books this week, just my normal pull. I didn't get anything new. But I want to, if you don't mind, I want to shout out my buddy Tom. He put out his new top 10 list today. It's brought to you by Key Collector now, and it's pretty cool. And it's nice to see. There was a little bit of hubbub a few days ago about CBSI, but you know, my boy Tom, he keeps on rolling, and he's still bringing it. So shout out to him for stepping up and taking the ball and running with it. So and of course my buddy Sam, he's moving, and I know he's been moving all day. Hopefully that went well. Moving sucks, man. But yeah, and those are kind of my shout outs. I want to say thank you for having me on here, man. This is awesome. I love talking wrestling. So anytime you need someone to sit here and talk about wrestling, man, I got a bunch of ideas. So thank you so much, man.
Definitely, bro. Hey, Sam's not moving in with you, Bueller?
No, he's got a different place. You know, maybe down the line, you never know. Things change or whatnot. But right now, he's got a new place that he's moving in. He sent me a picture. It looked pretty cool. So
nice.
Congrats, Sam.
This would be. Go ahead, 84.
No, I was saying congrats, Sam, on getting a new place, brother.
Hell yeah, congrats.
Yeah. Out, man.
This was a tremendous. Yo, 90.
I was gonna say before we go down Santa Monica real quick.
I'm gonna let everybody talk before we go to Santa Monica.
Yeah, before we go down Santa Monica real quick, I just gotta remind all the 90 holics in the chat that YouTube is 90, and that this Sunday you can find your boys Macho Head 84 and Y290 giving you the next Slab Down tournament, 7 o'clock. We got Bake the Snake versus Burke Family Comics. So you make sure you're there because it is team up covers. I'm not sure which way it's gonna go. 84, you got any professional insight on this one, brother?
It's gonna be madness.
Oh, you guys heard it. It's gonna be madness. So you want to be there. 90 MF Comics. If you're not subscribed, go check it out. This Sunday, 7 o'clock, the third match in the Slab Down tournament, brought to you by Y290.
And 90 promised me he's going to put the name of the people who are in the match in the title of the video on the next one, right?
Yeah, if that's what you want, bro, I got you.
You got to put the combatants on the marquee. That's how you bring in the main event dollars. Yeah.
Yeah, but give me that thumbnail that you've been promised me with the face up, and I'll make it happen.
Coming at you, fresh out the oven.
All right, you guys, don't get into it now. Come on now.
Hey, if you want to say real quick, to everyone who's watching or whatnot, you know, I did launch a new video series today, and I want to say thank you to everybody who's watched it. it got like 1,000 views within the first 3 hours.
On your new channel?
No, on my regular channel.
Okay.
But yeah, I got like 1,000 views in the first 3 hours. I think that's the most I've gotten on a new video series. So thank you everyone who's watching it, and it was a lot of fun. So I really appreciate you guys taking the time to check it out.
We appreciate you, man. A tremendous guest to the Mega Power Hour, dude. The only other guest, I love all of my guests, but the only one that really broke the Richter scale like Big Bueller was Great Legend, dude, when he came through and blessed us. So to have both you guys on this channel, knowing that both you guys are true pillars of the wrestling community, dude, you guys know your stuff, man. I just want to say we appreciate you, dude. And for me to be such a humble, modest little channel, dude, and to have such big time stars in the community come through, man, that does a lot for me, dude.
Yeah, it says a lot, man. Like, I think that this applies for Great Legend and Bueller, of dudes that sometimes when, because they're pretty popping, they got several thousand subscribers and all that, and it's easy for people to get a little bougie sometimes when you're, egos and all this kind of stuff. But my opinion, Legend and Bueller just salt of the earth dudes. He's just down to kick it with some guys and talk wrestling. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you, Bueller.
Awesome. Anytime.
Man, I like this real quick.
So great that Biggie Shaq and Macho Head talk up Y290, because you guys know they're always rolling out the red carpet for the cover champ. And it's just a beautiful thing to always be here, to be part of the greats of the Mount Rushmore of comic book community. Legend, Bueller, Y290. I mean, it's just great stuff. I'm not sure who the fourth person is yet. We're working on that. But it's just a pleasure being here.
Yeah, Burke, you can come on anytime, dude. There's open door policy in WO, dude.
I'm just being an idiot right now, bro.
Hey, 90, dude, I might want a guest host on y'all's thing this Sunday.
You're there, Biggie Shaq. You already know.
Right.
Let's do it.
Thank you, 90. I think we're just gonna run it down Santa Monica, man. You got a shout out 84 or 90 for like a channel?
I'm glad Bueller mentioned Tom's video, because I caught it earlier today, and I guess something happened. I'm a totally out of the loop guy, so I just noticed something was a little different about Tom's top 10 video. Like, new show, and it kind of had a different aesthetic. I noticed he didn't say CBSI, and I did notice that he mentioned brought to you by Key Collector, which personally I think that's actually kind of a better look for him in the channel, quite frankly. So I was happy to see that, man, because I know sometimes there's some weirdness. You always see a little rumble. So CBSI, Tom, da-da-da. So I think that's a good move. I thought it was clean. Key Collector app is a great product. I think one thing's for sure, one thing that is not polarizing is the freaking Key Collector app, because everyone has it. Everyone loves it. Whether you pay for it or use the free one, everyone loves the Key Collector app. And it was a dope list. And it wasn't like, I don't know, I felt personally like there was like almost a different vibe to the books they were pulling. Like, dude, First Mr. Sinister. It wasn't like, I don't know, all the hot new books. It was like, okay, pull some OG X-Men. All right. Anyway, props for that. So my shout out for this Mega Power approved episode is going to go to Comic Tom.
My channel shout out is going to my homie Javi at the Conquistador channel. If you guys have not checked out Conquistadorks yet, go check that out. We had the very first episode of the Oprah Boys Book Club yesterday. So if you guys haven't picked up your issues of Welcome Back Frank, make sure you guys go get caught up on Welcome Back Frank, because me and the Oprah Boys will be getting down on the Conquistadorks channel. My boy Javi just started making some videos. Definitely go show him some love. He's doing an incredible thing. He's got great content already, man. So Conquistadorks, check it out.
All right, dude. I'm gonna shout out Big Gray Man, dude. I hung out with him earlier in a broadcast, dude, for about an hour watching him drink beer, dude. And that's just a pillar of this community, dude. He was telling me that he don't really like doing live because he gets a little flustered, man. And I don't want you to feel left out, dude. We all love you, Big Gray Man, brother. So, and then another shout out I want to give out is Big Discovery, dude, because he got his 1,000 subscriptions, but he don't have the watch time he needs, dude. So I think that we should all come together and help out Big Discovery, dude. And I just want to get real serious for a second, man. I got to talk to Mr. Miracle, man. You see me, Mr. Miracle, dude? You think I'm playing when I enter the Slab Down Arena? You think that this is some kind of joke with me, dude? Kirby is my artist, dude. Kirby's my artist. You understand? I know you got some books, man. I know that you think you know everything, man. You don't know nothing, dude. I've been mulling this over in my mind for a while now, dude. And you're in the back of my head, dude. I don't like it. So you got me grumpy. So I just thought I'd get real serious with you for a second, dude. So we're gonna go down Santa Monica, you see.
Stay tuned to slap down for that one.
Ooh, yeah, we're not gonna be able to hold Biggie Shaq back on the commentary on Sunday. Hey, Biggie Shaq, you're gonna have to, you gotta keep it professional. You gotta keep it to the squared circle. You can't let your match get in the way,
So we had a good time on the Mega Power Hour, man. Big Bueller came through and blessed us with his knowledge, man. He knows a lot about wrestling, dude. And I'm glad he came through, man. Maybe one more time later, dude, we'll get another match, dude. And shout outs to Big Comic Tom, man. Bueller's homie, dude. If he's good with Bueller, dude, he's good with us, dude. We all love you, Tom, brother. We're in your corner, man. So I appreciate Big 90, Big 84, dude. We got Big Stone Cold Steve Whiting in here. We got Miracle. I'm looking at you, man. Look here, Miracle. I see you in the chat, dude. I'm watching you, man. Big Birkin family, dude. There ain't gonna be nobody hold me back, brother. I'm coming hard, man. I'm gonna drop a lay on you, and I might just stand up and drop another one, and then I'll pick you up. No, just let them lay on the ground, dude. So we're on down Santa Monica, man, and all my NWOites are with me, dude. And I see everybody to the left of me, dude, and they're all praying and saying their prayers and taking their vitamins, and we keep these big old straps in the NWO, dude. We're gonna slap down crazy, man. And Biggie Shaq, we keep these drips, dude. We got the drops. We got the drips. We got all the chains, man. And everybody knows, dude. Everybody knows, man. I'm going to beat your ass, Miracle, dude. When I get a hold of you, brother, Canada's going to wish they never seen the likes of me, man. So what you going to do, dude? When the Biggie Shaq crew, what you going to do, man? I don't think you can do much, dude. You might as well just give up now. Don't even show up, Miracle. Just get on your skates and roll out, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Roll out on you. Ah. Ah. Ah.